It's too early for that.
Yeah.
Hi,
It's
Kristen.
always early somewhere.
Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, Xiaoping, you want to talk about your book a little bit? Just if somebody's new.
Okay, thank you, Geshe. Okay, my book is called The String of Precious Jewels. Is a classical summary of the Buddhist ethics, the vowed morality. Actually, it's a word by word. It's muted. Thank you.
Sharon, your microphone.
Okay, so actually it's a word-by-word commentary on Zhou Kaba's great book, The Essence of the Ocean of Vowed Morality. Okay, and personally, I really enjoy it because we can hear many authentic stories of why many of the vows were made by Lord Buddha at the first beginning. And also, we can learn for us, modern people, we can learn how to do cultural mining from those vows for our business and for our personal life to help us to gain happiness in our life. Thank you.
Cool. Nice summary. All right. Here's a progress report, how far we've gone. Your text has 100 folio faces, 100 pages Western way. We've done 78, and we're doing about 9 faces per term. So we can finish in 3 more terms, which means your last translation class will be in about 6 months. You okay?
Yes.
Okay. And it's going to be about a 400-page book. It'll be about the same as this guy. Okay. And we are finishing the vows for fully ordained monks. Those vows have 5 different groups. They are called the 4 defeats, the 13 remainders. There's 120 downfalls. Total.
Sunt 120 de căderi în total.
Wow, is that Japanese? Cool.
That's
Acts of confession and mistakes. 112 mistakes at the very end, and those are the small mistakes. And we are really making good progress. We have finished almost 100 of the 112 mistakes. So we don't have much left to do for the monks' vows. And, you think, oh, wow, we're almost finished with the book, but we're not. Because after the monks' vows, there's a lot of unusual groups of extra advices, okay? And they are targeted towards certain activities, like extra advices for summer retreat, extra advices for doing confession ceremony, sojong, and like that. Also, this book gets a little messy towards the end. And I have to go through and fix the number of the mistakes. He doesn't have the right number. It's a small problem, but I'll have to fix it in the final editing. Okay, so it's not going to be 112 exactly until we fix it. So, okay, so we're in the middle of a group of vows, which were, 26 vows, 26 mistakes relating to teaching other people Dharma, okay? These are called the 26 mistakes, or the 26 ways you should not teach Dharma, okay? And we're picking up on vow number 96 roughly. He's a little bit off here. So please repeat, and Tim wants to check you.
Okay.
Oh, hang on. Let me give you a big cursor. Do, 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 do. Tim, you have a cold?
It's a leftover cough. I feel fine.
Oh, okay. All right, here we go. You got to check Xiaoping.
Lên po check Shong Patang, Dark Shong Patang, Dele Shang Pe Shong Pa Shong Patang.
Okay. What's a
Recording in
language?
progress. Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
What's a langboche, you guys? Nick, Tim.
Elephant.
Nick.
Langboche is an elephant.
Yeah. We're not supposed to teach someone riding on an elephant or a BMW. Or riding on a da, horse, or riding on any other kind of ride. So Shimba with a B means conveyance or mode of transportation. And Shimba is the verb without the B. And it means you're not supposed to teach someone who's, and it kind of means they'll be higher than you. You know, you're on the ground and they're up on a horse or something. And it's kind of inelegant for a Dharma teacher. I find it perfectly fine to teach people on airplanes and cars, but the idea is they shouldn't be higher than you. Okay.
Oh, it
All
means
right, next 97.
It means, Geshe, it means the teacher, Dharma teacher shouldn't, when they teach the students, shouldn't be higher than them, sitting higher than them.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Traditional.
Like, is it okay if you're both on the elephant?
It's okay. If you're also on an elephant, I think it's okay. Yeah. But your elephant has to be just as big. All right. Next one. And Tim, keep checking. 97 Shopping.
Đó là Đúc Phả Thắng.
Yeah. This is a old word and it means a sedan chair. You know, the chair that the four guys will hold up the chair and carry the king or something like that on the poles. So you're not allowed to stand there and teach somebody who's up higher on a sedan chair. Okay. Palanquin. Okay. There's another word for palanquin. Something like diddly. Okay. All right, number 98. Tim's still checking. These are short.
Cho Michocho. First
Chill.
Chill.
Hum. Kyong Pa De Nga Thang.
Yeah, chilham means a shoes or boots, especially leather. Okay, so in the old days in India, only very wealthy people would wear shoes or boots, and everybody else is wearing sandals or going barefoot. So it's a little bit improper to teach. It'd be like they are dressed up or something like that. And there's a lot of discussion about whether monks can wear shoes, especially leather shoes, and that's another story. Okay. So that's a set of 5 that kind of hangs together. Let's keep going, and Tim is still checking.
Lak Na Ka Wa Thang.
Yeah, karawa means a kadanka. What's that, you guys? Katvanka.
Staff.
Yeah, staff. And why did monks carry staffs?
For wild animals, snakes.
Yeah, for wild animals and stuff like that. You have to carry a staff around Rimrock when you go jogging. Okay. It's the dogs. Okay. Number 100. Tim, you're going to check till 104. Okay.
Duk Thang.
Yeah, Duk Tang. We had a lot of dukes in the Medicine Buddha Sutra.
Umbrella, like parasols and umbrellas.
Yeah, parasols. So they cannot be carrying an umbrella or a parasol. And you can't teach them if they're carrying an umbrella. They have to put it down. Yeah. Keep going.
中
This is Seiji's
中
word.
茶堂
What's that mean?
Weapons.
Yeah, any kind of weapon, especially a blade, any bladed weapon. Okay. Relti. Sorry, Relti is Manjushri's
Sword or a knife, right?
Yeah, that's a sword. Yeah. And then dacha is some kind of other weapon, any kind of weapon that's used for fighting. Okay. You can't teach them, they have to put it down. Okay. There's a famous story of a general who went to Pabong Rinpoche's Lam Rim classes, and actually he was the head of the army. And halfway through the classes, he took off his sword and he put it down, and he said he would follow Pabong Rinpoche for the rest of his life, and he did. Okay, last one, 104.
có trà kyung pa thang trước là chok den pa thang chết chok den pe de san là nia chuk thang.
Good. What's kocha, Tim? You guys know kocha?
Armor.
Armor, yeah. Kimba means to wear. Okay, so kocha kimba. Dang duk means that's a total of 6. Okay, that's a total of 6. And therefore, chutumba danche, when we include those 6, teaching Dharma to those 6, we have a total of 26 vows that relate to teaching Dharma. Those 26 vows are in groups, like writing on stuff or holding stuff in their hand. And so we finished the 26 that relate to teaching another person. If you add up his numbers, it doesn't add up. So I have to work on it, okay? All right, here we go. Mr. Nick, can you check her on this section up to 108?
Chúc bé đê dân là.
Good.
Good. Deitsen means a group of vows, right? Deitsen means a group of vows. And drupa means accomplishing the thing. Now, what thing we're accomplishing, you're going to be surprised. 105. Nick's still checking.
Tên đê sa chik toa.
Good. Anybody can guess?
Feces.
This is the Deng and Dengbu.
Yeah, flag.
Standing up to pee or poop.
Oh.
Yeah, standing up to pee or
Mhm.
poop. And you can see, unfortunately, when I was in the monastery, we didn't have toilets much. And people just go out in the field and everybody squats, nobody stands up, okay? So this is the first vow of the group called Accomplishing the Job. Okay.
Oh,
It's a funny name, if you ask me, Drupa. It's like a siddha, okay? Okay. I like this 106. Nick, you're still checking.
sang chik chik nam sa ngo yok sa toa thang.
Yeah,
This is kicking
Shang-
your poop or your pee away with your foot.
nah.
What's
Shang
going
means poo-poo. Chi means chimba, pee-pee. Chill means spit, and nup means snot.
Oh.
And somebody tell me what sangun is.
It's a root or a plant.
Yeah, grass, green grass. Okay, this is not root. When it has a V, it's a root. Okay, so anyway, or maybe it's the other way around. Anyway, you're not allowed to pee pee, poo poo, blow your nose, or spit on green plants, living plant, green plants. And why is that?
Hurt the animals
Protect
dwell
the
upon.
plants.
Yeah, they say that each leaf has hundreds of tiny creatures on it, and the small insects are living on the plants. And I think this vow is very big implications with just generally messing up your environment, right? It's kind of you could cultural mining this one, shopping, about pollution, just pollution in general that hurts the other animals in the world. And I believe the COVID virus has jumped from animals to humans because we have destroyed their homes, you know. But anyway, there's something to think about. Okay, 107, Nick, keep going.
上去出能图切旁，加新出能图多瓦堂。
Yeah, so Shang-Chi again is what, Nick? Shang-Chi?
Poo poo pee pee in the water this
Poo-poo
time.
and pee-pee. Yeah, to pee-pee or poo-poo directly into a body of water like the ocean or a lake or a stream. Or after you poo-pooed and pee-pee, dorowa into the chu.
Kicking it into the water.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
Throwing, sweeping it into the
you
water.
poo-poo in your bathroom, but you carry it to the river and throw it in the river. Okay, so whether you poo-poo directly into the river or you carry it to the river, you're polluting the water supply. And I think that's you could talk a lot about that vow and how to apply it nowadays. Okay, 108, shopping.
新啦米康烟切图dek patang she de patang she de chup pe de zen la xiu.
Yeah, this one they kind of threw in at the end. It doesn't have to do with pee-pee and poo-poo. What's a xing?
Plant,
Stick.
tree.
Here it's a tree. Mi kang is a measurement.
The full length of a human.
Nice, perfect word. Thank you. The full length of a human. Yen chedu means higher than that. And zekpa means to climb a tree. So monks aren't supposed to climb trees higher than about 6 feet or something like that. Okay. And those four are called the group of accomplishing. Okay. I guess they couldn't find a name that fit poo-poo and climbing. Okay.
Geshe, the vow about climbing is for the safety of the monks, right?
Yeah,
Or
like
what?
we're not supposed to go into a river over our waist.
So there's similar thing. Okay.
Yeah, because you might drown. And actually, as I mentioned before, two of my friends drowned at the monastery. And it was a small stream, but they just couldn't swim. Nobody ever taught them to swim. So it is a danger for a person who doesn't know how to swim. Okay, some commentary now, or some summary. Who's next? I forgot who. Oh, word, can you do?
Yes, can.
Deda pay nam chele sung pe lum tung wa de ngay nam shak do tu zam shak shing la.
She Tsinle.
Christina. Good.
She. Good.
Thank you.
The important word here is denga. Denga means what, you guys?
Five.
Who is that? Yeah, the 5 groups above. Pabashidang, Hamani, Chisim Pandu, Sunjutan, Bandung Gushi, Bashikan, Goshak Shidan, Yechini, Gadan Chuni, 5 different groups that we already talked about. Okay. So he says, She Sin.
That we already discussed? That already explained?
Yeah, I have completed my explanation of the 5 groups of vows. Yay, that's a big step, Xiaoping.
Yay.
Okay. She should have stopped the book here and we should have published it.
Yeah.
So he says, I have completed my presentation of the 5 groups of vows. By the way, it's just a door do.
A summary.
A summary.
Yeah, it's just a very brief summary. I didn't give you the detail. And by the way, the detail is 16 volumes. I mean, okay. Namshak means presentation. Now, what's Pai Namje? Pai Namje. Namje means Vibhanga, like we are translating the karma Vibhanga, all the kinds of karma. So there are 2 great ancient books of Vinaya called the Namjes, or the divisions. And there's a Mai Namje and there's a Pai Namje. Okay, what's that mean?
The mother and father divisions.
Yeah, or for male ordained people and female ordained people. Okay, so Pai Namje means I just finished my presentation, very brief presentation of the vows presented in the ancient Vinaya scripture called the division of vows for males, okay? Or Gelong Pai for monks, okay? Here's a very interesting section. Here we go. Who's gonna check you? Sunam La? Let's get those nuns in there. Xiaoping, try to make some mistakes for Sunam.
Đi tak la yang tung wa so shik zampa yo wa ta tuk ki nam shak tang so der tok ki pom po tang nie cha la so pe nam shak so kyap ki let cha nam le shepa kya shing tu shena yang.
Good, Chinayang, good. Now, what he's going to say is, look, I could have given you more. I just pretty much just gave you the names of each vow, okay? But you could have taken each one of these bad deeds, each one of these downfalls, tungwa so, okay? You could have taken these 364 or Nigang Yoshi, 253 vows. And you could have discussed the Shi, the Samba, the Jorwa, and the Tartu.
4 steps.
What is that?
Stanley said
It's the
4
4
steps.
steps of DCI. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is where the 4 steps of DCI came from. Okay. You can discuss the Shi, which is who you do the bad deed towards. Okay. You select the highest karmic object, right? Sampa means what?
The state of mind when you're doing the thing.
Yeah. What's your intention? Okay. What's your intention? Then Jorwa.
Just
Actually doing it.
Yeah, the actual commission of the deed, actually doing the deed. And then Tartuk, we related to
Coffee
Coffee,
meditation.
we related to rejoicing.
rejoicing at the end. Okay. So these 4 slightly modified are the basis of DCI. Okay. Tartuk. So look, he says, look, I just gave you 253 vows. I could have multiplied each one times 4. I could have told you who you do it towards, what's your special motivations, different ways of killing people, and different ways of rejoicing afterwards. Okay, I could have given you that detail. And Xiaoping would be 100 years old before she finished the book. I could also have told you so there in each of the groups of vowels. I could have described the more serious versions, which are called bombo, which means thick. Or I could have described the lesser, lighter versions, which is called miche, which is called bubu. I could have told you the thicks, and I could have told you the bubus. I could have divided each vowel into the serious versions, the medium versions, the not so important versions, okay? And then I could have given you the labja. I could have given you private advices about how to keep each of these vowels, okay? Hey, look, if you're not supposed to climb a tree, then live in Arizona. There's no trees. Stuff like that. All right. Namle. And to understand those things, Shepa is Shinto Kel Chumbo. Kel Chumbo. What's that mean? Word.
Super important.
Yeah, those details are really important. Young,
Also,
but okay, all those details we could divide into the 4 parts of a deed. We could have told you the serious versions and the lighter versions. We could have given you advices for each detail. It's all extremely important. Young.
would have been too many letters.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and Word, can you keep helping her on this sentence?
Okay.
sure. Did she read it yet?
No.
I don't
go
think
ahead.
so.
Go ahead.
Ike mang we chik ne ma trip la lek pa she dona je tam che kien pe ze pe lep cha nam ze ding ma thắng tu xin pe lap cha chen mo sok la ring tu tri pa che te she pa chao.
Hey, Word, can you work through this with her? Work through this sentence with her, and I'll take a coffee break.
Sure. You ready, Xiaoping?
Yes.
Okay. So, Igemon, he said he didn't want to go through long because it would have been too many Ige. Ige, what's that?
Else?
It's like letters, words.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then Jik, it's like Jikme. What's Jikme mean?
fearless.
Yeah, so Jik
Good.
without the me, just fear.
Afraid?
Yeah, exactly. So he's afraid he would have gone on too long or too many words. So he didn't he did not he didn't write as much as he could. Lexo, lek.
Good.
Yeah, good. Lek par good. So share, too, I think. Like non par shepa. It's like yeshe.
Forget. Sorry.
It just means to know. So lek par this is like I don't know the context yet, but to know really well. And then
If you want to know all those details really well.
mhm. Oh yeah, if you want to know the details really well, then you should go to J Tamche Kenpe. Who's who do you think he's talking about? The Lord who knows everything.
Добре.
Him too. He's probably talking about Jason Kappa, right? I don't know.
Jay.
Yeah,
Oh, Jason.
good. Yeah, and Zay is the honorific of Jay, like in Tibetan. Like if you write a book, what do you think? They, it's like compose or do. go about. That's the MDZAD. That means compose or something. And then Lapja we just had in the last, he said there's several things he could have done that he didn't do. And one was Lapja, do you remember? It just means like advice, or something like that. Yeah, exactly. Nam, I don't know, Nam Te Dingma.
Yeah,
that's
the next piece is impossible word, so I'll help you out.
okay. Good.
Namtse Ding is a small monastery in Tibet.
Okay.
And Tsongkhapa went there, I believe, with Rendawa, and they had a Dharma party, and they taught the monks' vows and the novice vows for days. And there's a beautiful record of those lectures. And they're very detailed and they're very beautiful. I once taught them at Diamond Mountain, and they're very, very beautiful. So he said, and those books are called the Namtse Ding books. Okay, so that's the name of that monastery, Namtse Ding. And different history books give the monastery a different spelling. Okay, so in the Tsongkhapa history book, which is here, which took me 15 years to write, which is now available in from the Diamond Cutter Press, but only if your country allows it. You guys can see, I'm going to show you, let me see.
What is the I'm
Here.
seeing literally?
Okay, I put it in. Yeah, you okay? Yeah.
Yes.
These are the actual scenes in the paintings. And you can see Tsongkhapa and Rendawa are teaching the monks' vows and the novice vows. And here they spell it differently, word. They say Namsik Teng. And then at the end of this book, we have every book that Tsongkhapa ever wrote. We have an explanation of it, which took me a long time. And here's an excerpt from the book. And here are those two famous books that were taught. Here it's called Namche Deng. So the word, there's 3 different spellings already. And the books are called the Namche Deng books. And there's instructions for novice monks and nuns and full monks and nuns. Okay, cool. So what's he saying here, word?
He's saying, if you want, I feared I would have gone on too long with what I'd written, but if you really want to know more about this subject matter, just go to the omniscient one, Jason Kappa's advices on the same subject, which he delivered at Namse Ding Monastery.
Beautiful, beautiful. Also, if you want to go deeper, you could read the Lapja Chemo, which means the Great Book of Advices on Vinaya. And it was written by a student of Tsongkhapa named Dowa Zimba, which means Vinaya holder. And we found his books and we are inputting them now. Nick is inputting them now. And I think there might be some good detail for to understand those little vowels in there. So what's Ringdu D word? That's a difficult expression.
I have many questions. There's
read it as kom. Kom.
Home. Oh. Perhaps home.
Like Gomlam.
Yeah. Meditation then, or habituation?
This G means
Unfamiliar
get-
for a long time.
yeah, this G means make yourself familiar. Okay, familiarize yourself with those great books. Ringdu word.
At length.
Yeah, spend a long time with those great classics of Vinaya. If you want to be a Vinaya master, this book's not enough. You know, for example, you'd have to translate Lodur Leksang's huge Vinaya book,
By whom?
which would be the greatest achievement in Vinaya ever done to translate that. Okay, Ringdu Deep Chete Shepajao, what's that mean word?
Shepajaro is like, do it. Like,
Yeah.
you should know it. Like,
Go,
figure it
go
out.
work on it. Go learn it. Okay. You want to be a master of Vinaya? My book's a good place to start, but I want you guys to go check those more serious versions. Okay. Now, wouldn't it be nice if he finished the book and we could go read something else? But
That sure sounded like an ending.
it's not. I'm sorry. He goes on a lot more. Okay, here we go. Kadin, are you translating Kadin? Okay, I'm sorry. You want to bother her anyway? Just for good luck?
Thank you. Nipa me nam che ne ge long la nia cha suk sung pe lap cha nam ni.
Okay, good. Now your text has a lot of problems with the carving and stuff like that. But he says, let's move on to the labja. Who can tell me what's a labja?
The advices.
Yeah, these are advices and they are not formal vows. They are not formal vows. They're not included in the 364 vows of a fully ordained nun. They are not included in the 253 vows of a fully ordained monk, but they are good advice. Okay, like Nick said, here's a list of advice, which is going to take you another 2 terms shopping. Okay, these are advices which in the Mai Namje. Okay, what's that mean, you guys? Mai Namje.
The explanation of the mother of the vows for females.
Yeah, good. The Vibhanga, all the divisions of vows for females. I don't know if this sentence is messed up or not because it says advice for monks found in the advice for nuns. Okay, so we got to check our carving. Okay, I think it might be correct that at the end of the females' vows, there's a small discussion of extra advice for monks. Okay, but here we go.
But aren't there monks
All right.
referenced in some of those nuns' vows?
There are.
So
Yeah,
they should
there
probably
are.
know them.
Yeah. Okay, Kadin, help her on the next sentence also.
Lek pam thang, kon thang, ma cha thang, ne kan ki che tu, nie pe ngo ki sa tung, chuk te long e pa thang.
Good. Nice pronunciation. So the idea is somebody gave you Nor. What's Nor, you guys?
Money?
Money.
No.
Money. Yep.
Money.
Someone gave you money and it was fundraised for you, Nipa, so that you could buy leg bombs like this one.
Books.
Yeah, like this one. Okay. Someone donated money to you so you could buy some books for your study. Or they gave you money for your clothing,
Clothes.
Okay.
For what?
or for your melcha clothing, or
close.
your sleeping
Bedding?
arrangement, your bedding, good, yeah. Or for your nekang,
And where you're staying.
yeah, for your apartment or whatever, for your monks or nuns cell. Chedu means it was for that purpose. They fundraised for your books, your clothes, your bedding, or your place to stay. And instead of that, you go and make some sawas and tungwas.
Food and drink?
Yep, you go spend it on a restaurant or something. Okay, or you go buy some extra food or drink, and you long chupa that food and drink.
Enjoy.
Yeah, you enjoy it, and then you don't have money left over for rent and stuff like that. Okay, so this is a very big deal for people who are getting sponsorships or donations from sponsors. You have to use it for what they thought you're going to use it for. You cannot divert funds. If you're going to fundraise and then you're going to use the money for something else, you must ask the sponsor. Okay. All right. Number 2. Who we got here? Kat, are you there? We need some nuns here.
I'm here.
All right. I didn't know the sun came up at Dime Mountain this early.
It
Oh,
hasn't.
it's just coming up. Okay, here we go, Xiaoping. Listen carefully, Kat. Kat, thanks, Kading.
Ume rap tu chungwa tang, nien pa sok pe, kiempo chepatang, shenki kiempo chane de la chane de la chene de la choktang sang shin ki pon pan
Pen?
pen mi dok patang.
Nice, good. Okay, here we go. What's a pume?
Woman.
Yeah, pume means a lady. Rap the chungwa, you rap the chung with them.
Give them ordination.
You give them their first ordination, or later you nyemba zopa them.
Full ordination.
You give them full ordination. If you act as the Kembo, what's it mean here?
Bow master.
Giver.
Yeah, the vow master. If you have served as someone's vow master, either for their first ordination, a lady's first ordination, or their full nun's vows, more advanced vows, or if you have acted as Kembo for anybody else, meaning maybe male monks or novices, okay? Then it is your responsibility to help them whenever they need che or sangsing.
They need help.
Good.
Dharma, anytime they need teachings, that's on you. That's your responsibility. Or anytime they need something. Material support, money, food, place to stay, clothing, then it's on you. It's your responsibility. So it's a big responsibility to give someone ordination, okay? If they have any needs later in their life and you can supply them, you're supposed to, okay? So for the rest of their life, you're kind of like mommy and daddy, okay? Pen dog is an ancient verb that means you have to supply assistance if they need it, okay? So these are not formal vows, but these are advices, okay? These are a long list of cool things to do, nice things to do, okay? All right. Number 3, Xiaoping.
Okay.
Oh, who's checking you? It's Rob Haggerty. Yay. I like your shirt, Rob.
Thank you.
Umeki na pa shuk ching wa.
Yeah, now what?
Nawa shuk ching ma patang. Rapatang. Mepatang.
Mepadam. Yeah, this just means for a monk to whisper in a lady's ear. Okay, shup means whisper. Mepa means to talk. Shup ching mepa means to talk in a whisper, in a female's ear, and other people cannot hear what you're saying. You could be saying something improper. Okay, so anytime a monk talks to a lady, it should be out loud where other people can hear what they're saying. Okay, cool. Keep going, Rob. Number 4.
Bút chung pang tu lem patang de so shing ze ker che patang.
Yeah, this is a specific vow that monks and nuns are not allowed to kind of adopt young children. Okay, they're not allowed to spend too much time. I guess it was a problem with some nuns, and they were attracted to having a child. They couldn't have a child, so they kind of borrowed children from other people and took care of them. And so Bang, by the way, you guys owe me for these incredible spelling mistakes that I'm correcting for you. Bang means lap, to hold a small child, puchung, on your lap, to put them in your lap, play with them. So means feed them, cook for them. And sedrog means to be their playmate. Okay, se means to play, drog means friend. So nuns, especially nuns, are not supposed to kind of babysit other people's kids or something like that. It's too distracting for them. Okay, so that's a special advice. And of course, nuns have this mother instinct that they would like to be a mom, but they have to focus on other stuff. Okay.
Geshe,
Yeah.
this vow is like adopt children. I mean, literally like take care of children, adopt ones as their kids, or just like even not allowed to take care of other people, just go for a while.
Yeah, it's not so much adopting. It's kind of wasting half the day playing with somebody else's kid. Okay.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, and there's lengshis. There were incidents where the nun was supposed to memorize something, or she was supposed to go teach somebody, and instead she started playing with some little kid, and it was okay with the parents. The parents said, "Yeah, go ahead," and but she didn't do her duties, you know. So
okay, got it.
Okay. Number 5, Rob is still helping you.
Kimpe Lam Nang to Chuck. Oh, what's this? Yak?
Chakdar.
Chata Tang Ka Tung.
Sawtooth.
Satung ki yok che pa. Sok kim ki cha pa. Dok pe rik che patang.
Good. Okay. So monks and nuns are not supposed to go. Kimbe nangtu means you go into another person's house and you pick up a broom and you start sweeping to clean the house. Okay. You're supposed to go to recite the Vinaya Sutra or something, and instead you see the house is dirty, you start sweeping up the house. Or satung means Yechepa means you go in the kitchen and start cooking for the lay people. Okay. Ye means to fix food. Okay. So Kimgi Chawa means these are things that are household duties. They are not what monks and nuns are supposed to be doing at the house of a layperson. Okay, so Tokpe Rig means anything included into household duties. You're not allowed to do it. You're supposed to focus on your meditations, your recitations. You're not supposed to go. And I've seen it happen, a monk or a nun needs a place to stay. And somebody says, come stay at my apartment. And they end up being the cook or something for these people. And I've seen it. Yep. Okay. It should be the other way. All right. Number 6. Rob helping you. Haggerty, turn on your microphone. Yell at her.
Choco kimpa la kompatang.
Excellent.
Yeah, this means you loan a piece of your robes to a layperson, or you put it on a layperson. And I had a situation like that one time. I had my robes on. It was a very cold day. There was a person who didn't bring a coat, and I thought, well, I should really give them my monk's shawl to keep them warm, but it's improper to put a monk's shawl on a layperson. You see what I mean? So we're not supposed to loan our robe, even if it's very cold and you're walking somewhere and you're not cold, but the other person's cold. It doesn't look nice for a monk or a nun to loan their shawl to a layperson. Okay.
Right.
I think if there's a serious need, if the person would get sick, I think it's fine. But generally, you should think about it carefully before you do something like that. Okay.
But Geshe, what's the main concern here?
I think for one thing, your clothing is very intimate. It's been connected to your body, and it could be improper statement to another man or woman to give them a piece of your clothing. That's one thing. And then other people would see this person wearing a monk's robe and a skirt or something. And they'd say, what's going on? They would get confused, so like that. Okay. Hey, Stanley, let's criticize shopping. I know you never do it, but let's try.
Kangsa Shenki Yokden Jopala. Yongden Jopala Mi Dak Wa Dong Patang.
Yeah, good. So somebody is okay. Let's finish this one and we'll stop. Someone is Jopa the Yunten of another person. What's that mean, you guys?
Spoke about the good qualities.
Yeah, somebody says, oh, Stanley is so smart, or Word is so handsome, or something like that, okay? And this tumba doesn't mean teach dharma. This tumba means you show that you are migawa.
Unhappy about it.
Yeah, you show with your face that you're not happy that someone else got praised. Okay.
那比如说别人获得赞扬的时候
Okay.
Exactly.
You can feel how these are not full vows, but they are kind of good advice for monks and nuns. Okay. And there's a long list of them, and I think they're very useful. A lot of the activities that we heard monks and nuns are supposed to do or not supposed to do, they are not real vows. They are called advices that are found at the end of the great Vinaya books. And a lot of the Dharma rumors, I call them, or a lot of the things that you hear people say monks and nuns are supposed to do are not real vows. They come from these lists of advices at the end of Vinaya. Okay.
Geshe, may I clarify this personal advice by the writer, right?
Say again.
Are these personal advice coming from the writer of this book?
Oh no.
Coming from who?
He finished the vows of a nun, and then he finished the vows of a monk. And then he said, you know, there's some interesting lists of advice that you can find at the end of the ancient Vinaya scriptures from 2,500 years ago. And let me give you some of those. Yeah. And actually, he's going to group them into groups. You know, he's going to say, here's some advice for how to do sojong. Here's some advice how to do the summer retreat. Okay. And so he's going to group them into lists of advice for specific occasions, like summer retreat or sojong ceremony or things like that. Okay. Cool. All right, let's take a break, you dudes.
Thank you so much, Geshe.
Yeah, it's a good. I'm very proud that we're doing this text. It's very difficult and not. People need it. Monks and nuns need it. Okay, 7 minutes, Nick.
Thank you, Geshe Michael.
Okay, you're welcome. Here we go. See you in a bit.
All right. Enjoy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm gonna go
Thank
make
you,
another
everybody.
cup.